Hi, I'm Warren Moyer from New Life Restorations. Today I'm here to talk about the air mover, and this air mover is principally used as the moisture lifting apparatus in wet buildings to draw out moisture from all the components that may be affected by a water inundation. It's driven by an electric motor, has a barrel fan in it, 3-speed switch on, and it's plugged into household power and is electrically tagged every 3 months, and it moves large volumes of air out of the front, which runs across the surface of the carpet or the area that needs to be dried down. Usually it's at call for drying carpet. It's probably the biggest thing that it does. A carpet's been wet, well, there's no way of really drying them other than putting high-speed air movers over the top or underneath them to ventilate and to draw the moisture out into the atmosphere.
How can somebody at home that has an air mover dry their own carpet?
Well, the first thing to do is to get the water extracted as much as possible from the surface, maybe with a carpet cleaning machine, or if you've got a wet and dry vac, at least that'll be the least you could do. And then you would place the air mover on the surface for the air to pass over to lift the moisture. Well, sometimes it can be a little tricky, because if you're drying the carpet yourself, how would you know how much moisture is actually left? You obviously could feel it with your hands, or put your toes on it, but that's only telling you what the surface is. You do not know what's going on underneath. So this is where you need a moisture meter and a professional to check it on a daily basis to find out when to pull the equipment out and when we've reached a make-safe level.
Can you tell us any awkward drying situations that you've come across?
Awkward drying situations, almost everything you do is a little bit different, but one that comes to mind at the moment is we had to dry out a pit in an elevator shaft. It had been underwater, and we had to move air and move it out of there and circulate it through there to dry moisture. Another one was over 20 levels in a multi-storey building, where the water had travelled down via the riser ducts and the plumbing and come out each cupboard door 10 to 20 metres into the hallway of each level. And having to do all this and conform with OH&S and special safety to patrons coming out of the lift and the likes, to be able to do this and then do it within a time frame that suited the occupants that were living in these dwellings, because there was a little bit of noise involved.